Here with Guardians of Galaxies, and I'm here today to talk to you about Call of Duty Warzone and Call of Duty Vanguard. As we all know that a lot of people are struggling with unlocking challenges in Call of Duty Warzone, and for some reason not progressing. And as you notice, between the days of Call of Duty Warzone and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, we never seemed to really have this issue because the challenges would always progress between the two, even if the challenges were different between the two. But as of Season 4, I think is when I first noticed it in Call of Duty Warzone, about the time Vanguard had come out. There wasn't any issues until then about challenges progressing. But I noticed in Season 4 that there was challenges not unlocking, and yes, we all know that sometimes that challenges can be a little tricky by the wording, and you might have to find a workaround, or there might be something else, a little trick or something to actually making it progress. Even though it reads one way, it might have to, do it a certain way for it to count towards the progression. And unfortunately, that's not the case in this situation. I've never had any issues before until around this time that Vanguard had come out and mixed with Warzone challenges. And just bear with me as I switch screens here. But first, we're going to talk about Call of Duty Vanguard. It just recently went on sale for 50% off. The only reason I considered buying the game was because of there were some challenges I wanted to complete because of the calling cards. The only time I ever do calling cards most of the time nowadays is if it's got maybe a reward attached to it if I do all of them, at the end of the season, or if it's a specific calling card I want. And that was this case, fortunately. There was a pretty cool calling card I wanted. I thought it was pretty neat and badass. So since Vanguard went on sale for half off, I considered buying it because I like campaign and I like zombies. And unfortunately, Vanguard's completely trash, like everyone says it is. Just take my word for it. But the campaign and zombies mode is worth it, especially for $30. That's the only reason I mainly bought it. And for the calling cards, I couldn't unlock in Warzone for some reason. It seems like there's a bug between Call of Duty Warzone challenges and Call of Duty Vanguard. The challenges are different between the two as you go into the games and look, but until I bought Vanguard, none of my challenges were progressing in Warzone. And now, unfortunately, my Warzone challenges are progressing ever since I bought Vanguard. So this video is to talk about that the gaming company itself has, I'm assuming deliberately and intentionally, either bugged the game themselves or a bug has developed and they just refuse to fix it, so people will buy Call of Duty Vanguard. And especially with it going on sale all of a sudden, I wouldn't doubt it they were behind it. And that's why they're not fixing it. So unless you buy Call of Duty Vanguard, you're not going to be able to progress your challenges. Who knows, maybe it could be for a good long period of time. So far it's been 2 seasons almost now. Season 4 and 5 have both been bugged until, like I said, I bought Call of Duty Vanguard. Season 5 showed no progression at all, really, except for a very slim few challenges. Okay, now bear with me as I switch screens real quick. So as you're seeing here, this is the Call of Duty Warzone. Of course, I didn't have all the challenges unlocked in this, but this is about when Last Stand come out. I had won a lot of matches. I mean, a lot with many different operators, and as you can see, it wasn't progressing whatsoever in Warzone for this challenge. This is the calling card I really wanted. And it's even misspelled. Win A matches with 10 different operators. It doesn't read that way in, Vanguard. It reads properly in Vanguard. But as you can see, nothing was progressing that I done, especially for this calling card. I mean, come on, like 20 different operators, and in Last Stand I'd won and not a single progression. So bear with me as I switch screens again. Now this is Call of Duty Vanguard when I switch. As you can see, all the challenges and stuff I have unlocked since, and I even got the cold calling card I wanted. As soon as I went to Vanguard and done this 10 operator thing, it worked properly. And look, it says win 10 matches with different operators. It reads a little different. and hasn't been in trouble progressing. And even Warzone now is progressing just fine. Give me a second to find the thing here. I'll have to go to my game real quick. Now, as you can see, I am now in game in Warzone, and of course I had all the challenges, open fully, the whole screen at this point, unlike the old picture, but it was the oldest picture I had to prove my point. But as you can see, I'd recently been playing VanGuard, and now I'm in Warzone. I go into Warzone today, and all my challenges are progressing just fine. Ever since I bought VanGuard, even the Warzone challenges are progressing from VanGuard between the two. And of course, I had to buy VanGuard to get any of these challenges to progress. It was the same way with Season 4, like I said, of Call of Duty Warzone. I had, for example, let me show you this, I'll just show you in game real quick. Here is Season 3, and as you can see, there's challenges that aren't unlocked. Let's go to it. Trying to find the challenge I'm referring to. Where is it? Oh wait, it was Season 4, that's why, my bad. I was on the right one the whole time, my bad. That's why I couldn't find it. It makes perfect sense. Now, where are you? Okay, I have no clue where the challenge is because of the progression of Warzone, since, Warzone challenges could progress between the two. But anyways, the point is that these challenges weren't progressing at all until I went into VanGuard, but now I went into VanGuard, challenges are showing and progressing. If I hadn't bought VanGuard, though, none of these challenges would even be showing right now and be unlocked. So, but if you're having trouble unlocking your challenges, you're pretty much going to have to buy VanGuard for any progression to show. Because even if don't buy VanGuard and say there was a bug where, say none of these challenges were showing, like some people said that there was an issue where the challenges were not showing unlocked. But yet, even if they weren't showing unlocked in Warzone and you didn't have VanGuard, they should still, be in your calling card area, which none of mine were in my calling card area. None of these challenges were showing unlocked. Even the Season 4 are now showing unlocked, apparently, for some reason. But until I bought VanGuard, none of my Season 4 challenges were showing unlocked. So I still think this was a deliberate and intentional bug, and it's remained unfixed because they want you to buy VanGuard. And this pretty much shows it, what I've shown you. Until I bought VanGuard, even my Season 4 never showed up as unlocked. I couldn't even, all these calling cards, like this one, it was showing that I won several games of Plunder, but, it was never unlocked in Warzone. I couldn't even use this calling card in my calling card section when I went. I couldn't even choose it as a calling card. Even though I like it, but it wouldn't be my main calling card right now. Kind of wherever I'm in the mood for it. But when I bought VanGuard, it's immediately unlocked. I can go to my calling card section and do it. But, all these calling cards that I had unlocked would remain locked until I bought VanGuard. So the only way to get the calling cards officially unlocked for use was to buy VanGuard. And who knows when they fix the future updates, like if you hadn't bought VanGuard, you may just be stuck with, all these challenges where you couldn't get the calling cards, period. It would still remain locked until you decided to buy VanGuard. And that was the case in this. Who knows how long, and maybe they fixed it in the future, but, from my experience with, this gaming company, yeah, if you hadn't bought VanGuard, you'd probably never got these calling cards right here unlocked for your game because you would have had to buy VanGuard just to get these, calling cards to even unlock and show ever. They would just treat it like you never unlocked them unless you decided to buy VanGuard. And now you bought VanGuard, they're deciding, hey, we'll give them to them now and show them all unlocked. Anyways, like I said, we go back to Season 5, and you know, yes, I finally got my calling card, but it took me to buying VanGuard to get it. And now everything's progressing fine, so I urge everyone, the game's on sale till like September 5th. I mean, if you like campaigns and zombies mode, the game's worth it for $30. But as far as the VanGuard game itself, it is pretty, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty crap. And I'm glad I never paid full price for it. When I saw the game immediately, I bought VanGuard at full price, but, when I saw VanGuard, I knew it was going to be trash and had that feeling. You go into multiplayer mode, and I think they finally fixed the glitchiness and buginess on the hills and stuff where you'd sink through them, but, I mean, you fall 2 or 3 feet from the ground and you die instant. And it's not like that in any other Call of Duty. You can fall 2 or 3 feet to the ground and fine, but it's easy to fall and die in that game. It's never been an issue for me that much, but rarely, every so often in Warzone, it would happen, and maybe even Cold War, very rarely, but you can drop from high feats in those games, and, Warzone's a little different story, actually. You can drop from a certain distance, but even the distance you drop from and live in Warzone is a lot higher than in VanGuard. And, some of the modes, there's no increased armor or anything. It's not really a mode where either, like, your armor is supposed to be decreased, it just, you fall easy and die. There's several different reasons why the game is trash, but as I said, I only bought it for campaign and zombies. And to get this calling card I really wanted, this cool, badass calling card here with all the people shown on it. It looks pretty dope and badass to me. And now I can unfortunately unlock all my other challenges, and it's given me credit for the Season 3 ones that were unlocked, or the Season 4 ones, my bad, that were unlocking before. So I'll even get them now somehow, but if I hadn't bought VanGuard, none of this would have been possible, so I encourage everybody, if you like campaigns and zombies mode, to buy VanGuard while it's on sale for $30. It's well worth it for $30, you're not losing much. Yeah, if you really want these calling cards and the rewards, it depends. But yeah, that's pretty much why I did it. But hopefully they'll eventually fix this bug, but I doubt any of you that didn't buy VanGuard are going to get credit for any of your past season calling cards that you unlocked, all because you didn't buy VanGuard. Pretty certain of it. I've seen this company do some, it's a good company, but I've seen them do some pretty messed up things. And I've had issues like this before where, if I didn't if there was a bug, I didn't get credit for it unless I did something else. And this is one of those situations. I guarantee you no one will get credit for any of these calling card unlocks, and they'll never show progression unlocked. You'll never be able to choose these calling cards if you want any of them, all because you didn't buy VanGuard. Now, if you buy it later in the future, they might finally unlock, but who knows? May not. They may just tell you, oh, you never completed the challenges or unlocked them. But yeah, the calling cards are way different in Call of Duty VanGuard, like especially this one. It's way different, and I'm assuming the reason some of these are bugging is because there's a bug between the two that's causing conflict. Like I said, it was never an issue in Black Ops Cold War, and it was never an issue in Warzone ever just intentionally alone, but until the VanGuard and Warzone transition between the challenges, it's been an issue. So hopefully everybody, if they do fix this, everybody will get credit for the past seasons and all that of the challenges they did unlock that weren't unlocked. So that they actually, deserve, the ones that actually completed the challenges that weren't unlocking and showing progression. Anyways, this is Punisher with Guardians of the Galaxy. I hope this video helps some of you and shows you that, the truth behind all this. It's kind of obvious. In order to get the Warzone challenges unlocked, you're not going to have to buy VanGuard for them to progress. And if you don't, they may never progress and give you credit for them. Anyways, signing out here. See y'all in game.